my name is Archana Mishra, and welcome back to Wellbeing Central. Well-being has become a much talked about topic, and we have lots of information about how to improve it. But first, what is well-being, and how do people really understand it? In episode 1, I shared that well-being is a complex harmony of 8 components: physical, psychological, economic, material, social, cultural, environmental, and spiritual. These components constantly interact with each other, so we need to make sure that we don't over or under invest in any one of them. These factors make what we call a good life. And through my PhD thesis, I began my quest to find out how people actually understand well being. My formal research work for PhD is now complete, but my interest in finding what life is all about has deepened even more. The more I saw how challenging it is to maintain harmony between the 8 well being components, the more I wanted to know how people in different contexts are managing this challenge. In this episode, I'll share what the migrant workers in Qatar taught me about well being. We came to Qatar from Australia on a work assignment in 2019 when FIFA, blockade, and migrant workers were the most talked about topics. In episode 3, I've shared how my perceptions changed about many things when I took off my biased lenses and started understanding this country as it is. Now, back to well being. So, since moving to Qatar, I often wondered about the juxtaposition of migrant workers in one of the wealthiest countries in the world. I wanted to learn how they experience well being. What is the driving force of life for them? While there were many news reports about their situation, I wanted to ask them what they really thought about a good life. So I decided to reach out to them, but I wasn't sure how they'll respond to me. I slowly began with the security, gardening, housekeeping, reception, nannies, and maintenance staff working in our own residential compound. To my pleasant surprise, they all happily agreed to talk to me. This encouraged me to also talk to people outside our compound, doing things like driving taxis, delivering food, bagging groceries, working in hair salons, serving at restaurants and offices, washing cars, filling petrol, managing small shops, cleaning toilets, and doing construction work, etc. Through this podcast, I hope to bring their voices to you and to show you how connected we all are in this journey of life, how we are all trying to make sense of what life is all about. This is not about teaching what I know, but simply sharing what I learned from them. First, I asked them what makes a good life according to them. Here are some bits from what they said in their own voices. Here, you'll listen to people from Nepal, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Ethiopia, Philippines, Kenya, Pakistan, and Lebanon. Listen to them in their own voice. They speak in English, Hindi, and Urdu.
A good life is, having a good family, loving and caring family, and a suitable job to support them.
Like food, basic needs, food and shelter.
Yeah.
Something like that, and clothing. And your kids can go to school.
Yeah.
And get their basic education and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what matters to me.
Yeah, okay.
Being happy with what do you work, being happy with the people that are around you, like be in a social circle that makes you happy, and having a hope for a bright future.
अच्छी जिंदगी जीने के लिए सबसे पहले तो पैसा जरूरी है।
हाँ, हाँ.
जब पैसा इंसान के पास है तो फिर सब कुछ है आपके पास।
तो फैमिली के साथ रहने का फर्स्ट पैसा होना चाहिए। पैसा हम लोग के पास नहीं है, इसलिए विदेश आना पड़ा। अभी पैसा कमा के जितना जल्दी घर जा सकते हैं बस वही है।
अच्छी जिंदगी के लिए मैम पैसा है, अब घर में खुश रखने का, माँ को खुश रखने का पैसा है मैम।
You know, the good life depend of the people's perspective, right? So for the meantime, my perspective the peaceful, the safety, and the health, and just being all together with the family.
Yeah.
That's I can see the good life maybe.
जिंदगी के लिए तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है पैसा.
हाँ, ठीक है. और पैसे, अगर आपके पास पैसे हैं तो उसके अलावा और क्या क्या चाहिए होता है?
फैमिली चाहिए.
फैमिली चाहिए, हाँ.
एक अच्छी लाइफ के लिए पहले अच्छा अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाला फैमिली बनता है.
हाँ.
मतलब दोनों तरफ से अंडरस्टैंडिंग बनता है.
The good life was make family, was got married, or with help people who I know, like family, friends, brothers, family and all, and growing up in life.
बेसिकली अगर फैमिली खुश है तो मैं खुश हूँ.
अच्छा, हाँ हाँ,
बस ये है.
बस यही है आपका.
तो वो हैप्पी हैं तो हम हैप्पी हैं, क्योंकि वो कुछ परेशानी में होंगे तो हम परेशानी में होंगे.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी. What makes you really happy?
Is helping other people.
And what makes you really sad?
I suffer myself.
In this tape, they said that a good life is made of living with family, eating 3 meals a day, having good health and education, and importantly, having a job or income that provides to support the family. I then asked them what their dreams are for life, and this is what they have to say.
Happy, to be happy. Yeah.
Earn money. I make a business, maybe furniture business in the Philippines.
Furniture business.
अच्छी ड्रीम्स यही है, सबसे अच्छी ड्रीम्स यही है कि अच्छी कंट्री चले जाएं,
हाँ
अच्छा
जी.
सेटल हो जाएं,
हाँ जी, हाँ.
अच्छा पैसा कमाएं और अपनी फैमिली को फुल सपोर्ट करें.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
हाँ, बस पढ़ाई अगर हो जाएगा बच्चे की तो सब हमारा भी पीछे का गुजारा अच्छा चलेगा.
बिल्कुल, हाँ.
बस अब मेरा यही है, बस बच्चे पढ़ना चाहिए बस.
इसलिए अभी एक घर बनाना है, इसका घर के लिए अभी एक मेहनत कर रहे हैं, अभी घर के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, घर बनाने के लिए. वही मेरा ही.
मैं ऑलरेडी घर बनाया. नेक्स्ट सिचुएशन में ये चिल्ड्रन का एजुकेशन इम्पोर्टेंट.
सबका वही है, पूरा काम प्रॉब्लम क्लास करके फैमिली के साथ बैठने का ज़्यादा ड्रीम करने का तो कुछ नहीं होता है. वही
nothing, always be happy with my family. I have a dream always people be like a dream, only settle there our country, our own business.
ऐसे में इधर के फैमिली के साथ बैठने का बाद में हमारा ये बच्चा का अच्छा से केयरफुल करके ये स्टडी के लिए.
Life is heaven, but I have seen a phase of life which is hell and trying to make it heaven.
So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna be founder one of the furnitures. So I will hire one of the brotherhoods who's effective to do these things.
सपना मैम अब वही पैसा कमाने का, मम्मी का खुश रखने का, अब जाके वही करने का मैम. अब ये मैम हम मिडिल क्लास फैमिली का उससे बड़ा सपना भी नहीं होगा. सबसे बड़ा तो माँ को खुश रखने का मैम.
मैंने सोचा मैम क्या पैसा हो गया तो अच्छा से घर बांधना है, मम्मी डैडी को तो अच्छा से देखना है. जितना है मैम, इससे ज्यादा नहीं है.
फिलहाल तो आप के कोई फायदा भी नहीं है, क्योंकि अभी तो अपना सोचा भी नहीं है. ड्रीम मतलब वही है, फैमिली से खुशी रखना मतलब मेरा फादर मदर.
I earn money for my future, or make a business in the Philippines after.
To summarize their message, they want to earn and save enough money to meet their needs, the current needs for themselves, but most importantly their own family, and then move back to their home country and start a small business. I wondered how their dreams compared to mine and reflected on how dreams are what we want to attain and we don't have or can't have. They seek financial freedom and family time, which is lacking for them at this time. I seek peace and contentment within, as I believe I have enough of what we can get externally. Remember that life is a complex harmony of 8 components, and a good life requires constantly working towards each of them. Finally, I asked them to share what they have learned from life so far. Listen to what they say.
Yeah, just enjoy what you have and be contented. Let God's give it to you.
Yeah.
Just embrace, and then whatever it's happened, you know that there's God always beside you.
To work harder, yeah, to work harder, man, and to be positive. Like, don't lose hope. Yeah. That's
Just to support other people, because some other people also asking for help from me.
इधर आने के बाद में पैसे का अहमियत हुआ, खर्चा नहीं करना चाहिए ज़्यादा, बस ज़्यादा पैसा खर्च नहीं करना चाहिए, जितना होगा घर भेजना चाहिए.
Good saving good money is better. Yeah.
Is better.
हाँ, काफ़ी सारे खर्चा नहीं करके सब पैसा बचाया. हम लोग खर्चा ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा खर्चा भी कभी कभी कर दिया, और बाद में पछताना भी पड़ता है. इतना खर्चा नहीं करना तो अच्छा होता था.
कितना भी किएगा तो खत्म नहीं होता. मतलब वो हमारा काम वैसा है. जो मदर हमको लाइफ दिया, मदर फादर, उसमें क्या बोलेगा, वो कितना भी करेगा तो 1 करोड़ भी, 2 करोड़, 100 करोड़ भी दिएगा तो उसमें नहीं होगा.
लेकिन जिंदगी में 2 चीज़ कभी ध्यान रखना चाहिए. एक हो गया कर्म, दूसरा है धर्म. कर्म अच्छा है, दुनिया में सही है सब कुछ. धर्म सही है, मरने के बाद सही है. बस ये 2 चीज़ आदमी लोग ध्यान रखे, कोई भी उसका ज़िंदगी में उन्नति होता रहता है, अच्छा होता है चलने के लिए, आदमी के साथ मिलके जुल के रहने का. ये है ज़िंदगी का मकसद. तो बहुत आदमी तो चलता है, लेकिन बुरा रास्ता में कभी नहीं चलने का. ये है हम लोग का मकसद. हम लोग
अच्छी ज़िंदगी के लिए अच्छे जॉब होना चाहिए, अच्छे जॉब होना चाहिए और अच्छे माइंड होना चाहिए. जो अच्छी जॉब हो जाएगा तो मैं इतना से शुक्र है, मुश्किल नहीं अल्लाह ने दिया है, चलो इतना से मेरा ये फैमिली चल जाएगा. ठीक.
They think that having contentment within, good morals, clear mind, and the opportunity to live with own family are crucial to leading a good life. I find it inspiring that despite not having enough of many things we take for granted, they are rooted in hope, humanity, and love for family. They generously gave me their time and openly shared their feelings. In those moments, we connected, human to human, both seeking to change the status quo and redefine what is supposed to be a good life. I'm so glad that I reached out and asked them. Their lived experience of life is way more precious than any books or experts telling us how to live it. I hope you found it valuable too. I now invite you to reflect on your own understanding of life. What makes it better for you? What are your dreams? And also, I would like you to just think about what comes to your mind when you see migrant workers or people who have less than us or people in different contexts. What do you think about how they live their life and whether it was different to your perception? You can reflect on them and share with your friends and family, or write to me on my website wellbeingcentral.org. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and until then, let's get one stop closer to Wellbeing Central.